Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be sharing with you guys how to make plantain and pumpkin squash. So let's get in. If it is your first time here, you're most welcome. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Love you. Let's get into the video. To make our pumpkin squash, we have our pumpkin right here that we're going to cut down according to the quantity that you really need. For us, we just need half of the pumpkin according to the size. So I'm going to chop and cut down the pumpkin. Sorry, I forgot to show you. You had already cut down some vegetables. I cut down onions diced and grated some garlic and cut 3 tomatoes, carrots, and for this time we just decided to add a little bit of zucchini, but it is not really necessary. You could just go with the carrot and the other vegetables, no need to add that. So I'm using this African pumpkin. It's a very nice pumpkin, so orange inside, as you can see. So we're going just to use this side of the portion of the pumpkin, and here all I'm doing is trying to cut it in pieces so that is much easier when it comes to the peeling. So basically I'm going in and chopping it like in long, kind of the way someone would cut down watermelon or something. But you can just do your thing the way you want it. Other people, in fact, prefer, they can, if you find it hard to peel the pumpkin, you could as well cook with just the pumpkin skin, but for me I prefer peeling off. So here I've already taken off the seeds, and as you can see I'm just peeling. Now it's time we just peel. With our pumpkins, I don't know about the orange pumpkins I see in the movies, but this particular pumpkin, the skin is quite very hard, so try to be careful. If you can't, you can still as well cook with just the peels and remove it later. I mean, it's also healthy, so but for me I prefer peeling, so that's what we are doing right now. Oh, we continue shopping. You can shop. It's really no big deal how big you have to shop, because at the end of the day when you're going to cook it will get smashed. So here, these are all the spices we shall need. This is a chicken broth, and we have the simba, the curry powder. We have the garam masala. You also need dhaniya powder. We have turmeric. We have paperika, and we have cinnamon, and that's all you need. And then the next thing, you need a pressure cooker. You can use this one. We have the electric one. You can use either the usual one that you have that you can use on the stove. So I've turned on my pressure cooker, and this is me adding in oil, the vegetable oil. Other people, you can use whatever you prefer. If you're someone who loves ghee, you can use it. If you love butter, you can use it according to your taste, but for us we're using just normal sunflower oil. And here now we add the onions, our diced onions. We cut them, chop them into small pieces, and I'm just adding at once with the garlic because this cooks super fast, so it heats up super fast. And by the way, let me know down in the comment if you knew you can fry even in your pressure cooker, especially those with the electric one, because before I used to fry things from the usual saucepans and then turn to the pressure cooker. Let me know if you know you could fry directly. So here we wait for a bit. We give it some few minutes for our onions to cook. As you can see, our tomatoes are getting cooked with the garlic. The aroma is really getting nice. So we're going to add in our tomatoes. You can add your tomatoes at this point like I'm doing. So then you just mix up your tomatoes. You don't need the onions to be light brown, you just need them to get cooked. And as you can see, our pan is now really hot. I've added in the tomatoes. Wait just for a few minutes, and the next thing you can add the next thing. So let's give it a few minutes. Now it's time we add up the vegetables. You can see my carrots here, and these are the zucchini. I mean, the zucchini is just optional, but it's very this is one of the vegetables, the sauce, the curry that is so nutritious, either for kids or just for the family. So you can add another vegetable, like just as we did here with zucchini, and we've added in our vegetables. We're just going to mix it, and since we're using the pressure cooker, we won't wait for it to cook that much because we're going to let it cook all at once. So after adding in your vegetables, I would ask, if you're using this one, you just prepare and measure all your spices in one bowl, so that when it's time that you need to add them, you just get to add it at once. So go around, mix it, give it like about 1 or 2 minutes before you add the spices. And here we're adding all our spices, put them in the bowl, and now we're just adding into our vegetables and everything that we had already added in the pan. So here you give it a nice stir and mix it well. Just let the spices mix well in that before we add the next thing. And the next thing, we're going to get our lentils, so we can measure. For this time round, we are using 250 grams of lentils. You can use your measuring cup, and this is 250 grams of lentils, and we add in, and we also stir, mix it properly with the vegetables. For me, I didn't wash my lentils because they clean, but if you're someone who's like into washing, you can as well wash your lentils depending on where you buy them, especially when you're buying in the open market where they have to measure. Now I just added a 4 tablespoons of salt to taste, and now it's time to add in our pumpkins, chopped and washed properly. So here we just mixed everything together. We mix it, give it a nice mix, and so that the pumpkin and everything. And after, we are going to use the same measuring cup to measure water that we are adding in our pumpkin, in our curry. So that's 1 cup and 2 cups. So for this one here, roughly I'm going just to add 3.5, depending. Remember, when you're using in the pressure cooker, you don't need to put much water as though you would put in an open saucepan. So we're just going to add in 1 more cup, 1.5 cup of water, just enough to cover up the vegetable, and it should be good. On the next thing, so here you can see that we need a little bit of just water. Of course, as you're cooking, you could just see according to how much you need, according to how much you're cooking. And here we add also tomato paste. So if you don't have tomato paste, you can as well just use ketchup. It does work very well. And when our food is ready, what we just add in, we use coconut milk. And it's also just optional. If you don't have coconut milk, you can as well just use fresh milk, but we are using, due to my boss having fresh dairy allergies, so we're using coconut milk on this one, but it is what is really recommended. But as well, I've used just milk and it's just nice. So after this, you can just cover up your pressure cooker and let it sit. For me, my timing, I've set it to 25 minutes, and I'll let it even after that. So on the side, as it's cooking, I'm planning to make some chapati, and we're going to serve this curry with chapati and white rice. So here I'm just grating some carrots into the wheat flour. I've already added in salt, and I'll go in with some warm water so that I can mix the dough. And if you've made it this far in the video, please don't forget to comment, like, and share our videos. We love you. Please comment down where you're watching this video, and let me know if you'd like more of any of our cooking videos. So we'll be using warm water to mix up our dough, and pretty much you just have to go adding water according to the size. You add a little bit of water as you're going in. Take it slow as you're mixing your chapati dough, or roti. I think it's called rotli, but I don't know if it can be roti if it is not the brown atta. I mean, this is all-purpose flour. So yeah, here I'm going just diving in, and our dough is almost ready. So I add in a little bit of vegetable oil before I can leave it to settle for some time. So here I'm giving it a nice press. I don't know, they call needling or kneading, and here it's ready. And a few minutes later, I decided to divide my dough in 2 pieces. And if compromising is a passion, or just getting around life is a passion, then you're looking at me. Yeah, so here I'm already putting in my scales of chapati in our chopping board. So don't mind the chapati. And let's get along. Let's go in the ride. So here, by the way, if just in case you want to learn chapatis, for those of you in Uganda, you can come if you don't know how to make a round circle chapati. At least those are one of the things I learned from my Indian family. So you can come as well and I teach you. Leave alone this one of the chapati guys on the road that they go spreading with their hands. You can make your round nice chapati without changing the other side. So here, basically making our chapati, trying to see that it is now round and even in all sides, no big layers, so that it can cook well. Now that my pan is preheated, all I had to do is put in my chapati as I go ahead and make the others. So here for the first chapati, sometimes it's hard to get that the pan is well heated, but it takes patience and give it a bit of time. As you're making another chapati, let the chapati just be heating and kind of take it slow. And meanwhile, our curry is well cooked, but I'm not yet opening the air from the pressure cooker. Even that minutes, the air inside the pressure cooker helps it to cook. So just in case you're done with your 25 minutes, you might as well just wait for the air. At least give it more 10 minutes before you open your pressure cooker. So here I'm making another chapati. Meanwhile, I'm just being patient and waiting on this to get cooked. So you don't want to make the chapati that is not cooked inside. So it's time we turn it over, and as you can see, it's a little bit cooked. The pan is not yet so hot. So after I flip the side, I make sure the lower part is also cooked. I just oil it a bit, and now we flip it back again, the lower part to the upper part. The first part that we put down is the part we add in the oil if you want to make a proper chapati. So here you just give it simple press as you're going round to make sure that it gets brown and nice. But most of the time with the first chapati, when the pan is not totally heated, it might not turn out so brown. So just in case, don't mind. The first chapatis are never that good because the pan is just not yet heated yet, but from the second one should be good. That's why I decided to flip this on twice, and you can see it's brown. So let's put in the second chapati and get running, because we have to put our rice too. We're going to be serving this curry with rice and chapati, Indian kind of way. So this is our second chapati, and you can see the difference, that it's getting cooked super fast because now the pan is heated, and we're just going to do fast flip off faster, and you can see from it that it is even getting more puffed. So that means that the pan is heated, and you can see we are getting it more brown and yummy and soft. Let's go in faster. So it's making chapati isn't really that hard. It's as easy, and you can see from here we're having this one super puffed, and whenever your chapatis are puffed, know that it's really super ready. And all our chapati is ready. So now it's time to open our curry and see how it is doing. And as you can see, it's cooked so well, and the water is done, and the gravy is just thick. So all you do, you go mix it together with the pumpkin. It will be just easy for it to smash around in the vegetables, as you can see. And pretty much all what we remaining to add here, it's the milk. Either you have coconut milk or just the normal milk you can add in from at this point, and you just stir it properly and give it some time also to just heat up, not really cook. You can just leave it like that when you mix. And don't forget to add the coriander while serving here. For us, we call it oatmeal. You can just cut a little bit of your oatmeal and add it on top just before serving. It gives a nice aroma. It adds the aroma to the curry. Guys, hope you learned how to make this. And here's our rice. Just put a little bit of capsicum in it to give it a nice aroma, but otherwise we're making white rice. And this is how our food turned out. In the plate we have a little bit of chapati or white rice, and we have the curry. It's thick as though someone was making paneer tikka. Yeah, try it and let me know how it turned out. And here, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for learning with me today. It's time to eat. Would you like to join me in this yummy food?
No. I could take a nama.
Yeah,
myself.
Yeah.
If I really need.
You can.
Oh my God! I'm glad it wasn't mine.
You're good with the hammer.
I
You could throw it even.
Oh, this kind of food is heavy, but you feel like you just want to keep eating until you die. Like, there's something about like even chapati, even if I'm full, I could sit there and just keep eating chapatis as well.
Guys, you had it yourself. don't fail to make this at home. It's something you would want to eat until you die. So, bon appetit. Let me know how yours turns out. Love you.
That's a little one.
Don't forget to
Holy, I
like,
eat a big
share,
one at
and
home.
subscribe. Thank you. Till next time.
Well.